We're back, ready for round two. On the play, yes indeed. And this hand is I'm gonna keep this hand, but it is awkward. Not so great. Like again, I don't like to mulligan, especially the fifth land that we don't really like. We can just cycle on turn two. But definitely not the way we wanted to start the game. Okay, let's see if their opponent's going to do it. Magma Spray. This is less than ideal. Once we get this Devastator down, though, it is on. Sure. Yeah, that's getting Magma Sprayed. And question whether the Devastator is better than the Vizier. Probably, somewhat. Might start consuming Fever it up. Another Aerial Guide. And a tap land. So options are, like, my initial reaction is to Consuming Fever the Devastator and then play the Paincaster. Other alternative, really the only viable one is just play attack and play Vizier of the True. Maybe the Vizier is a little bit better. So the argument for the Vizier is that like the Consuming Fever is not getting an additional damage this turn. It's acting like, so we could Consuming Fever the frontline Devastator and attack, assuming they don't just chump block. We get in for 6 instead of 3, but it's not like if this is a 3/4 and we just couldn't really attack this turn. Whereas next turn, if they play something that can block the Devastator, the Consuming Fever gets in for more damage. This combination puts a lot of damage on the battlefield, whereas this, this also lets this keep attacking presumably. So good options for sure, but which is better? It's hard to say. It depends a lot on what our opponent has in hand, what they're drawing for the next couple turns. I feel like we're probably... I think I'm going to go with the Vizier plan. I'll attack first. Not that it really matters. But that is more likely to draw a bounce spell from our opponent. Maybe these ores get to stick around a little bit more. Opponent might have an unsummon, actual unsummon in this case. Although, if they just leave up the unsummon mana now, it's pretty awkward for us. But, we're ahead in the race, so... do want the Cardouche. That is not a product that Wizards of the Coast endorses. Yeah. So they're just going to commit that. I'm going to try and race us, which is reasonable. Get that Time Twister effectively. 6-mana Time Twister. They attack for 5 here. Or no, they want to block with the guide. I have bad news for you in that case. Yeah. Alright, so we go to 15. Draw a 2-drop. It's not bad. We have 4 cards. So definitely want to play Consuming Fervor. I think I want to play the Cartouche as well. I'm going to get in for 7 damage. I'm going to just play the Avenger. The question is whether playing the Consuming Fervor, or the question is whether Cartouche is better than playing Pain Cat. So it's like Fervor is going to happen, and then it's whether you want Paincaster or Cartouche's Solidarity, just Avenger, which races slightly better. I assume we just put more power on the board. We don't have any 1 toughness creatures to pick off. We have, I mean, this has pretty reasonable attacks even before Exalted stuff. Also, I guess the fact that our opponent has a Time Twister available. So, oh, there's also a pretty good argument for maybe cartouching the Oketra's Avenger, make it a 4/2, diversify our threat portfolio a little bit, and get in for 1 less damage. In fact, I'm gonna. That's leading me to play the Paincaster instead. Although, I mean, I know I'm going to be drawing the 4-mana spell that I do want to cast. So we're going to Avenger, and then Cartouche the Avenger. We attack without exerting. And opponent's going to have to do some pretty solid work to just get out of this next turn. This is going to turn into a 5/4. Do have a second island. It's helpful for them. Activating this is not really a thing. So on board next turn we have an attack for 5, 4, 9. We have an attack for 10. Blocking's not a thing. Unless they want to do something pre-combat. And they're just going to unsummon that. Okay. So they are still trying to race us. Go to 10. This guy shrinks down. Definitely attack. No reason to exert. Like, kind of hoping they have. I don't know what they would have. But like if they have a like electrify. Okay. This is after blocks. That's not correct. So they're going to attempt to electrify this, but we can active heroism on top. Untaps. Get in for 8. We go to 3, and then we play an Avenger, which is lethal. Yeah. Our opponent definitely should have played the Electrify before. Yeah, before to get the Riddle form to pick off the Warrior token. The way it works is I have to decide whether I'm exerting before I attack with the Vizier. So it's not like I could attack, they activate Riddle form, and then I tap it. Okay, that's pretty good on their part. That's quite good. It will continue to get smaller, but I am under severe pressure at this point. And I am dead. Now I guess I'm not technically dead, because I do have to be, this is going to turn into a 3 or a 4-3, and then they have to be able to activate this one more time, and then I'm dead. I assume playing the frontline Devastator is my best play here. The Afflict, that would, if they block this, then the Warrior token gets to be a thing, but shrinks down. Oh, it gains flying. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Yep, that makes blocking hard. We did. Alright. Did not see 1 toughness creature. Trying to think. I feel like Onward to Victory might not be the best card here, as well as I think our opponent has enough stuff that punishes auras that we can cut the Consuming Fervor, though it's still fine on the play. That's not a thing. I wonder if we want the cat here. Just because it's probably going to be some sort of race. I'm just trying to figure out how to configure us to have the best racing situation. I feel like impeccable timing. But I feel like I want the extra removal. The bad. I guess that's true. In racing situations where, I mean, they've got flyers and we've got ground creatures and we're not really blocking, these become better removal spells. And so the Consuming Fervor can go, and maybe Onward to Victory can go. maybe the Act of Heroism, although again, that's pretty good at swinging a race. I mean, this is good at just victory on the stack, opponent concedes. I think we'll go with that. Okay. Yeah, it's a hand. It's not a great hand, but hopefully our opponent does not punish us with for having 1 toughness creatures. That. Straightforward. Lots of good draws at this point. Lands are fine. Okay. Trying to think. So if we attack and don't exert, they can trade. It's not the worst for us, but it's also, there's a chance decent chance they don't take the trade because we've got mana up and we can just kind of combat trick over it. But it's probably going to kind of cost us our turn. I'm going to exert. Play my 3-drop. So they have to exert to get through the scrapper. It's kind of a weird spot. Or being on the draw kind of works out. Aerial guide. Blech. Yeah. So we definitely attack, and I guess we don't need to exert. And question of whether to play Devastator or farm. Try and farm the aerial guide. Probably just Devastator. Okay. Actually going to try and block. That does not go well for you. So if we just attack, and exert. So they have to double block, and then we get them with this. And they can just trade here if we don't exert. I guess if we exert here, it kind of incentivizes them to try and pull some double blocks, and then we kind of get them, kind of, it's not a, I mean, it's a 2-for-1. But yeah, okay. Attack with exert, attack, attack. I guess we just go ahead and farm that. Yeah, it's It's not the most efficient play, but I feel pretty good about our racing situation, and we've got a handful of gas. I mean, they can bomb this, but whatever. Alright. I mean, that's kind of a problem, but we can just desert hold that and attack for bunches. It's also not great against the Scrapper. So we hold the magma, whatever, this thing, and attack with these guys. Presumably we go ahead and exert the Scrapper and then kind of force them to 2-for-1 themselves one way or the other. Gotta do it this way. I don't think they can just go to 2 here. Yeah. 2-for-1s, they go to 3. We've got a whatever. This thing's coming in next turn. We're well out of being raced back range. We've got, if we draw like a mountain or a pretty good spot cycling, that's not where you want to be. This only prevents combat damage. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's bad if they can. Alright. Quick check. Search for non-land. Ugh. Any spell that says non-land in this block. Blue. Just commit, they can't cast, consign, which is uncommon in Hour of Devastation, and Winds of Rebuke. I guess we attack with Exert. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And we can go ahead and play out the Avenger and another Avenger. So there were a couple ways where they could just bounce the Desert's Hold and then block and then eat our guy if we don't exert. Okay, that doesn't do it. Sure. Attack you. Okay. So on the draw, still didn't see anything I really want to change. Sure. Run it back. I feel like the this is a keep, but it's sketchy. It's fine. Perfect. Perfect hand. Should have played the mountain to bluff Magma Spray. Not punished. Alright. Curving out. Don't know why it's doing this. We're a little bit, fair bit behind on, I mean, I guess we've used a lot less time than our opponents, but we're not in danger of running out of time. That's annoying. In fact, I think I'm just gonna put a hold on that. Or I could try and farm that. It's a little obvious, I guess. But it's not something that, I mean, they probably think it would be like impeccable timing. It's about the same. I would rather use the farm here. So in fact, I could just pass the turn here with trying to block and start a. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I want them to try and like use a bounce spell on the Avenger, and then I try and attack, and then I farm it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that'd be really bad if we didn't have farm. Technically, we missed on 3 damage, but this is such a good outcome for us. Alright, so we're going to be playing, I guess, the Dauntless Aven. The Thresher Lizard is a little bit far away from being active. Dauntless Aven probably gets in more damage. So let's attack with Exert. I'm good here. Not good, but this is fine. Definitely would have liked that extra 3 damage, but yeah, that's good. Get him for 1, that's fine. So we're just going to play the 5-drop. It does, on the surface, hold back our opponent's team. If we draw a land next turn, we can double spell. That's kind of the best possible thing they could do. So we're going to be cycling that. Yeah. And, we're definitely attacking here without exerting. The moto's acting a little bit slow. Might have to restart it after this round. Okay. So they're drawing some cards, but they're not affecting the board really this turn, unless they have like land unsummon. I mean, you can still block here. We have 2 spells we can cast next turn. We're definitely just blocking. That's proven combatant. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. What did they discard? They discarded the scrapper up around. We're not in a great spot here. We can attack. We can attack and play 7 power of creatures. So we do have to exert because this proven combatant is proving to be a pain in my butt. But what can you do? You can put our opponent to 9. I mean, they might chump anyway. But exert, no exert. Yeah, we're chumping. Go to 12. Play this and play that. Let's say go. So this is a tight game. Our opponent has a lot of cards in hand. We have a removal spell. We're marginally ahead on board. The life totals are about equal. We could just eternalize right here, and then we just Death Souled it, or Desert Hold it. We do actually have a desert in our graveyard, so 3 life is not a bad thing to have, for sure. This thing is a real pain in the butt to block. Okay, so it's a giant flying mana war. That's annoying. We have run no blocks. Okay. Alright. So I think we want to hold the Angler Drake and then attack and exert our other 2 creatures. They don't have good blocks. There just aren't any good blocks in that situation for them. Or, well, I mean, they have, actually on the surface they have a reasonable double block, but we active heroism kind of blow them out. Attack with exert, attack with exert. They're going for the double block, which is fine. Yep, it's fine. Heroism. Sorry. kill that, kill that. We go to 9. They do have a lot of cards in hand, but we're well ahead on the board, and this is not easy stuff to block. We get to play a 4/4. Internalize, sure. Alright, so this gets to attack for free. We don't need to exert it. And then we play our other 2 cards. Seems good to me. You do have a bunch of cards. Sure. Sure. Let's go ahead and cycle this. I'm going to draw that. So if we tap this and attack with everything, exert with everything, I think they just die. I guess they can trade here. Yeah, I think they just die. So let's do that. Attack with exert, attack with exert, attack with exert, attack. Yeah. Yeah, they're just dead. Because they can't block this, and if they block this, they block this, they still take 7. Our opponent is salty. I was taking a long time to think about my plays. Sorry. Alright, so 2-0. Let's see if we can make it 3-0.